Have you ever blindly picked up the Insect Glaive thinking, I'll give this one a shot, head into the arena, and after about a minute, also after 3 Mega Potions and a card, you're just like, what? You immediately drop the weapon and swear never to touch it again. Trust me, you're not alone. The Insect Glaive is a completely unique weapon compared to all its melee brothers, both in its design and how they actually plays. But after watching this video, trust me, you're gonna want to pick it up again. This is Tatiyo, and welcome to the actual combat tutorial for the Insect Glaive. First things first, the bugs, aka the Kinsects. You use them to harvest extract from monsters and buff yourself. But not all Kinsects are working bees. We have two main types, Cauldron and mhwilds. Since the Insect Glaive itself already deals severing damage, there's really no point in choosing a Cauldron. We're gonna focus entirely on the mhwilds, which deals blunt damage. This bad boy can knock a monster out 1 or 2 times during the hunt, which is incredibly handy. There are 3 specific Kinsects I highly recommend, but feel free to experiment with others later. First, buy 3 mhwilds from the blacksmith under the Manage Kinsects menu. Now, in the racing menu, follow these paths. Take your first mhwilds and race it into a Gallshad. Then raise your second mhwilds to a Gallshad, and then upgrade it to a Whisperwasp. Then take your third mhwilds, raise it up to a Lady Targe, and then upgrade that into an Archmaiden. You don't have to worry about their rarity, since Kinsect's level scales with your weapon, not the bug itself. Now why these 3? Whisperwasp is the speedy one, and it has fast charge. When you hold down your special attack and light attack, you will see the tip of your glaive start to glow. Let go, and you'll boost your Kinsect, sending it drilling straight through the monster to bring back 2 extras at once. Fast charge makes that charging process way faster. It also has blast powder, meaning whenever there's powder floating around the monster, your regular attack will detonate it for extra blast damage. Bottom line, if you want a fast bug, go with this one. Archmaiden is painfully slow, but it also has blast powder and comes with harvest extra boost, which means if you boost your Kinsect, you can bring back 3 extras instead of 2. If you aim it right, you can snag your entire triple buff in one go. Even with the normal harvest, it can bring back 2 extracts at once. Gallshad is the one that kinda sits in the middle. It's faster than the Archmaiden and still has that harvest extra boost. The only real downside is its powder type is recovery, meaning when you pop the powder, it heals you instead of dealing damage. Just pick whichever one fits your playstyle. Now let's talk about the glaive itself. Trust me, the Insect Glaive isn't nearly as complicated as it looks. There are really only 3 things you need to do in combat, and honestly, each one is simpler than the last. First thing is harvesting. The Insect Glaive absolutely needs all 3 extracts to function properly. Red extract usually comes from the head or main attacking parts. It allows you to charge so you can perform strong descending slash and strong descending thrust, which are your mean damage and offset tools. Always get red first. White extract usually comes from the wings or legs. This increases your movement speed and jump height. Orange extract typically comes from the torso. This gives you flinch free whenever your weapon is unsheathed. There are exceptions, so practically speaking, just hold down your special attack button in combat to aim. The icon under your crosshair will tell you exactly what extract you're gonna get from that specific body part. You can have any 2 of them at a time to boost your attack or defense, but at the end of the day, you always wanted to go for the triple buff. Triple completely changes some of your attack animations, crank up your attack power even further, and gives you level 1 earplugs, resistant to weak wind gust, and light trimmers. So no matter what, get your triple buff first. It lasts for 90 seconds, and keep in mind, you cannot refresh this timer by grabbing more extract while it's active. There are 4 ways to harvest in combat. First, Kinsect boost. Like we just talked about, hold your special attack, then hold light attack to charge it up. It's super fast, takes about a second, and the tip of your glaive will start shining. Let go of light attack and your Kinsect will drill through wherever you aim, grabbing 2 or 3 extras back depending on your bug. And with Harvest Extra Boost, if you know the monster's parts well, you can get your triple buff in one go. The best window for this is when you're far away or when the monster is locked in a recovery. Second, Wound Attack. This is easily the fastest and simplest way. Just land a focus strike on a wound. You can do this from the ground or midair, and since the Insect Glaive can jump, you can snatch wounds that other weapons can't even reach. Normally, you want to use this method when you have 0 extracts, especially after a Rising Spiral Slash. This will instantly give you triple buff again so you can get right back to action. Third one, Kinsect Combo. When you attack while in focus mode, your Kinsect will automatically attack and harvest alongside you, usually hitting the exact part you are striking. This gives you a great chance during combat to target specific parts. This shouldn't be your main way to harvest, but hey, if the part you need is directly in front of you, it's better to just hit it. Keep in mind, Kinsect combo only works in focus mode. If you aren't in focus mode, your bug won't combo with you. So staying in focus mode is almost always a good idea with Insect Glaive. Last one, the old school one, normal harvest. Hold special attack, press light attack to send it out, and heavy attack to recall it. This works best if you choose a fast Kinsect. You can pull this off anytime when you have a bit of a distance, making it a very reliable way to get extracts. So to wrap up harvesting, if you are at a distance or the monster is recovering, use normal harvest or Kinsect boost. If you're brawling with the monster and a specific part is right in front of you, use Kinsect combo. And if there's an open wound and you desperately need your triple buff back, go for the wound attack. And that's it for harvesting. Second thing, offsets and evading. I've got to be honest with you, the Insect Glaive has some of the most frustratingly difficult offsets in the entire game. Strong Descending Slash and Strong Descending Thrust. Let's talk about Strong Descending Slash first. The active frame for the offset are incredibly short, shorter than almost any other weapon, and it happens at the exact moment you first throw your blade out, not at the start. This is a terrible combination. You have to be so familiar with the monster to pull this off. You don't just need to know when the attack is landing, you have to know exactly how early you need to throw out your move to match it. On top of that, once you get all that timing down, there's another annoying quirk you don't see on other weapons. The super armor frames are also super short, and they aren't even synchronized with the offset frame. They trigger early. This leads to two weird scenarios. Either your offset succeeds, but you still get knocked away anyway, or your offset fails, but your super armor saves you. Pretty something, right? What about the other offset, the strong descending thrust? Well, they have the same exact problem. First, you have to vault into the air, hold heavy attack to charge it, and then release it right before you touch the ground. If you can time this perfectly every single time, why are you even watching this video? Just kidding, keep watching. Now, strong descending thrust does have longer offset frames. It lasts the entire duration of your descent, but the super armor frames still short and still early, so expect to see this absurdity a lot. And you want to know the funniest part? I'm not even done. Both of these moves are full combos. That means whether you land a perfect offset or completely failed it, you are locked into finishing the entire animation. There are no powerful special follow-ups or panic options. You have to commit to the end, even if the monster is lining up a second hit. To make matters worse, if you land a perfect offset, it flinches the monster backward. But because you're stuck finishing your combo right where it stood, you will probably miss every single follow-up hit. I honestly don't know why they designed the Insect Glaive this way. My only guess is that since Strong Descending Slash is your main damage tool, adding an offset to it meant they had to make it the weakest one in the game. I mean, can you imagine if the Great Sword's True Charge Slash had an easy offset? But don't get discouraged, it does take a ton of practice to know exactly how and when to use them. But once you mastered it, your Insect Glaive gameplay straight up goes to a whole new level. And that's exactly why we gotta roll around. When you're still getting used to the weapon, you need to evade a lot. Honestly, just grab evade window level 3, focus on surviving first, and land your counterattacks when you got the chance. Plus, in a lot of scenarios, an offset just isn't viable, so you have to roll. And I don't want to tell you this, but evading got its own quirk too. It feels a little bit delayed, and you can't do consecutive rolls like other weapons. You have to fully stand up to roll again. But compared to the offsets, this feels like nothing, right? So, to sum it up, my whining aside, offsets, evades, and just running around, those are your core defensive options. Finally, the third thing, dealing damage. We've already covered how and when to grab your extras, so from here on out, everything I'm talking about assumes you are fully tripled up and staying in focus mode. Now let's break down the combos. They look intimidating at first glance, but they're actually that simple. The Insect Glaive has 3 basic loops: the light attack combo, the sidestep combo, and the heavy attack combo. Let's get the heavy attack combo out of the way first. It's basically just a gap closer. You use it strictly to get close to the monster. It is slow, it has long recovery frames, and the damage numbers are far from impressive. So forget about strong wide sweep. All you really need to do in focus mode is using leaping slash followed by tornado slash to get close to the monster. A heads up though, if there's any Kinsect powder floating around the monster, don't aim directly at it or you'll lose that 4 vacuum effect that pulls you in. Your main loops are your light attack combo and your sidestep combo. But your true goal here isn't the combo itself, it's the finisher, the strong descending slash. Your damage number really just comes down to how many fully charged strong descending slash you can land on the monster. Here's how it actually works. Normally, holding down the heavy attack charges your glaive. It's pretty fast and has 2 charge levels, with each level hitting way harder than the last. You can actually keep holding the heavy attack button to charge while seamlessly performing any light attacks or sidestep slash at the same time. Your charge level will hold. The only things that cancel your charge are evading and jumping. But you don't need to hold the button down the entire fight and cramp up your thumb, like it's gonna give you any damage boost. You can trigger a non-charged strong descending slash instantly just by pressing light and heavy attack together. And if you follow it after the first hit of any combo, it automatically comes out at charge level 1. So you might think, okay, if I just do 2 random attacks first and then hit the finisher, it'll be fully charged, right? Wrong, the Insect Glaive doesn't work that way. To simplify it, you can only get a fully charged strong descending slash if you chain it directly after several specific moves. The second and third hits of the light attack combo, which are strong reaping slash and strong double slash. The second hit of the sidestep combo. The second hit of the heavy attack combo, the tornado slash. Try to chain it after anything else, it'll just be level 1. It doesn't matter how you chain it. This is exactly why I don't recommend the heavy attack combo. It's too slow, and if you try to chain from a heavy attack into a light or sidestep combo, you still have to do 2 more attacks to get your finisher, making it 3 in total, which is just a waste of time for nothing. Another cool trick to know is that you can treat the sidestep combo and light attack combo as one, meaning if you do the first hit of a sidestep and followed it with a light attack, it counts as the second hit of the light combo, and vice versa. One last thing, after your strong descending thrust, the next follow-up will be the last hit of light attack or heavy attack. So the next strong descending slash will be fully charged, but you can't do sidestep combo here. I know all of that sounds like a massive headache, but understanding how the system works under the hood just leads to one brain-dead simple conclusion. You only need to remember a few set combos and you're good to go. Here's how your combat flow should look like. When running around, get into the habit of holding down the heavy attack button. If the monster did a single attack that you can easily just walk away and it has a short recovery, poke it with the light attack or sidestep while holding your charge. If the recovery is a bit longer, punish it by releasing your charged strong descending slash. If the monster is locked in an even longer recovery, you can input one light attack or sidestep slash and then release it to get a fully charged version. Alternatively, you can put off an offset and instantly unleash that fully charged finisher. If you need to roll and the monster's recovery is long, you can keep holding heavy attack, throw out a light attack right after your roll, and by the time that first light attack is finished, you're fully charged again. After you land a strong descending slash, if your window to attack is still open, you have 2 main choices. Option 1, go directly into Rising Spiral Slash. This is your ultimate high damage move, and it comes with super armor and a bit of a damage reduction. The catch, it consumes all of your active extracts and launches you into the air. Because of that, if you're dealing with smaller monsters, or a monster that's currently knocked down on the ground, or if you see a high damage hit is coming, it's a terrible idea to abuse this move. Only use it when the monster is completely stuck in recovery or if the incoming attack deals just chip damage. Once you finish a Rising Spiral Slash, if your positioning is perfect and the monster cooperates, you might get all your extras back instantly. But realistically, you might only get 1, or even none at all. If that happens, you can use the Midair evade and a jumping advancing slash to reposition onto the body part you want, triggering a Kinsect combo. If the situation feels sketchy, just evade away. Option 2. After strong descending slash, stay grounded. Push your analog stick sideways to perform a sidestep slash. Then push forward to continue the sidestep combo. Follow that up with a strong descending slash, and it'll be completely fully charged. This is your absolute fastest loop to chain your fully charged finishers. Option 2 is also a good way to punish a downed monster. Do 2 light attacks into a strong descending slash, transition into a sidestep combo into another strong descending slash, and then the Rising Spiral Slash right as the monster is about to get back up. When monster is doing floor attack, our Insect Glaive can dodge that one easily by bolt into the air and counterattack. The best way to do this is to hold your heavy attack button right after you jump, perform a Midair evade, and that's enough time for you to fully charge, then release heavy attack to unleash a strong descending thrust. If you have a clear opening to punish but the monster is a bit too far away, use Leaping Slash and Tornado Slash to close the gap. Or once again, you can jump up and drop a fully charged strong descending thrust. Because of the unique animation during wound attacks, you'll find yourself using these gap closing moves a lot. Finally, once you start getting comfortable with the weapon, don't be afraid to stay aggressive. Just keep attacking, and the second you see a single attack coming, throw out a strong descending slash to offset. And that is pretty much all you need to do in actual combat. I don't recommend Midair attacks. They're hard to control and the damage is kind of a joke. So other than doing Kinsect combos after a rising spiral slash or vaulting to close distance or avoiding floor attacks, just keep your feet on the ground, stop hopping around. Oh, and one last tip, always bring Airborne with Insect Glaive. It's a flat 10% damage boost to your strong descenders and rising spiral slash. And trust me, you're gonna be using those moves a lot. And this is a free damage on the table. The Insect Glaive is honestly a pain in the rear to explain. There are just so many little mechanics and interactions going on behind the scenes. But when you're actually playing it, it is surprisingly simple. Get your extras, use your offsets, evades, or just good positioning to stay alive. Then punish the monster with a few simple combos. That's it. That's the Insect Glaive. This is Tatiyu. If this video helped you finally give the Insect Glaive another shot, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll keep breaking down weapons just like this. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.